Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'd like to share some tips on saving for an emergency. In other words, having an emergency fund. An emergency fund is money you save to cover unexpected expenses like car repairs, sudden travel costs, medical bills, and so on. An emergency fund provides a financial cushion so you don't have to borrow money if something happens to you or your family unexpectedly. One might ask, how much do you need for an emergency fund? As much as you can save, because you never know what will happen down the road. Things happen that you're not expecting, and there goes an expense that you did not budget for. You can start by saving $1 per day in a piggy bank, and at the end of the week you will have $5. You can also save through your bank by putting away $10 into a bank account or so each pay period, whatever you're comfortable with. There are different ways to save for an emergency fund. A good target is to have enough in your emergency fund to cover at least 6 month expenses. Should something happen down the road, you per se somebody in your family got sick and you'll have to stay home to take care of that person, then you'll have some money set aside to take care of your bills that you will not go in a bind because you have money set aside to take your utility bills, etc., etc. If you're thinking long term, it's worth having more put aside, which will help you if you're unable to work for a few months. Use a budget planner to work out your monthly expenses. Then multiply this by the number of months you would like to cover. This can be your savings goal. You could also think about income protection to help cover costs if you're unable to work. Set up a separate savings account. It's a good way to save. That way you will not have to go in your regular bank account to take money, because that's a separate account that you put aside for a rainy day, that you leave it right there. You'll not touch it because that's for an emergency. You put it aside as if it was never there. It's a good idea to set up a separate high interest rate savings account for your emergency fund. A separate account will mean you're less tempted to dip into it for everyday expenses. You can set up an automatic transfer to your emergency fund from the account that your wage is paid into, as I mentioned earlier, or ask your payroll department if they can pay a small part of your wage directly into the emergency fund account. Most companies do that. You can then set and forget knowing your emergency fund is growing. Maximize your offset account. If you have a home loan with an offset account, you can use the offset account as your emergency fund. This will lower your loan interest payments and means you can access your money quickly. Keep adding to your emergency fund. If you get some extra money during the year, like tax refund, you can also use this to boost your emergency savings. It's a very good way to save those tax refunds for those of us that are in the United States. When to use your emergency fund. Keep your emergency fund for expenses you need to pay quickly when other money isn't available. If it can wait, save up for a few weeks and pay it from the saved money instead. Look for ways to reduce spending. That way you can save more. Look at your expenses to see where you can make quick savings. It may surprise you how little things do add up. Look through your bank or credit card statements for the last 2 months. Identify anything that isn't essential. This could be things like subscriptions or membership that you're not even using. And you can take those off, unsubscribe, so you can use that money to add to your emergency fund. Reduce your grocery and utility bills. To reduce your grocery bills, plan meals in advance and Only shop for the ingredients in those meals. Buy locally where you can purchase fruits and vegetables that are in season or on sale. Meat can be very expensive, so plan some meals around the items that are on sale. Sometimes they have different meats on sale, like ribeye, steak, and chicken. You know, different meats on sale. You shop around the different supermarkets, depends on where you're at. Each supermarket have different sales each week. The weekly sale, the weekly ad, you can, you know, browse through to see the items that are on sale. If those items are things that you eat, you and your family, then you're going to go through them and plan accordingly to help save. Cut on costs and then put more on your emergency fund. When it's time to renew your insurance company premiums with other providers, your current insurer may offer to beat competitors' offer to keep you in business. You may also be able to save on your premium by increasing your excess or by bundling all your policies together with one insurer. That's a very good idea. Find out how much and what's the best price and protection when choosing car insurance or home insurance. Know where your money is going. Have a clear picture of your regular expenses and spending habits. This helps you to see where you can cut back and save. If you're paying a mortgage, look into financing. Look into refinancing so you can start paying less. Comparison. Shop for homeowners insurance before renewing your existing homeowners insurance policy each year. Check out the rates of competing companies. If you're paying rent, think about purchasing a home. You will be surprised that you might actually pay less or the same for the mortgage that you're paying for the rent. There are also government grants that will help you in purchasing a home. You just have to check out the county where you're at here in the US and let them know you're trying to purchase a home, and they'll let you know what's available, and then you'll see how best that will help you in the purchase of your home. Shop around for prices on the internet, phone companies, and see which is cheaper with a good package that fits your needs, because we have different companies, the phone companies and the internet, and we know the rates are different, and some you might be paying a higher rate for something that another company is offering as well, and it's cheaper and the bundle is better. So it's always good to shop around. You can also save coins. They add up after a while. After you have a sizable amount, you can deposit it directly into your savings and watch your account grow from there. You can also sell used furniture that you have in storage and clothes that you no longer wear and are in very good condition. Here's some food saving tips. Take lunch to work. Take lunch to school for your students, your children. The reason you hear this tip so much is that it works. If buying lunch at work costs $5, but making lunch at home costs $2.50, then in a year you could afford to create $500 emergency fund and still have money left over. Commit to eating out fewer each time per month. Save money without sacrificing your lifestyle. Take small steps to reduce your dining. Take small steps to reduce your dining budget. Start off with reducing the amount you eat out by just once per month. Just don't cut it off. Just take your time and do the steps once per month until you stop for a while, until you got to where you're at, or you say, okay, we can do this month, we can do that next month because we have this amount saved up. You can also plan your meals in advance. I mentioned that earlier. Stick to your grocery shopping list. Sometime we might write our list to take to the grocery store, but we still go ahead and we purchase something that's not on the list, something we don't even need, but it's there and it's at a good price. So it's a good idea sticking to the grocery list. And buy little. Stick to your grocery list. People who do food shopping with a list and buy little else spend much less money than those who decide what to buy when they get to the food market. You can actually save money by having your list prepared before you leave out to go grocery shopping. Okay. When you go to restaurants to eat, instead of ordering particular juice, you can just go ahead and order water. Some order water, slice a lemon. You can put a little lemon juice in your water. That's very good for you, health wise. Or not, you can just take some water. It saves. That way you won't have to purchase a juice. That would add up to your bill, but that's all left up to the person that will be footing that bill, depending on how much you have set aside to purchase dinner or lunch, whatever it is. Save time and money by doubling the recipe. Next time you make a family favorite, double the recipe. Freeze leftovers for another day. That way you can get 2 meals out of one and use the ingredients more effectively and less waste. You can also weatherproof your home by making sure that all holes are covered. There are no holes, no cracks, so that the warm air, if it's in the winter time here in the US, will not escape. And if it's in the summertime when it's hot and the air stays in, just cut down on energy, cut down on your electricity bill. Keep the sun out. Keep your blinds or curtains closed during hot summer days. Blocking the sunlight really helps to keep those house cooler. You can buy blockout curtains. That's a good way of keeping the sun out and keeping the room a little cooler or warmer, depending on what time of year it is. You can also use less water by installing a low-flow shower heads and faucet accelerators to reduce the water usage and water costs. You can also use coupons. You buy your Sunday paper, there are coupons there, or sometimes there are store coupons. You can use those to cut down on costs. Well, these are some tips. I hope you find them very helpful. Thanks for watching. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe so that when new videos are out with helpful tips, you'll be able to get them. Thank you for watching. Please remember to share, like, and subscribe. Have a great day.